Ever since a young age, I was just like every other kid trying to figure out what I was best at. For me, my parents enrolled me in multiple sports to see what I was passionate about. After playing other sports such as baseball and football, I figured out my love for the game of basketball. But one of the most mesmerizing things that caught my eye about basketball was the ability to dunk it. Watching others like Kobe Bryant and LeBron James inspired me to want to imitate that into my own game. Not only that, the ability to dunk, it showed your power and authority on the court, as well as being able to shift the momentum of the game to help you and your team win. Over the course of time, after working with multiple trainers and coaches, I was able to gain tips and exercises on how to fully maximize my vertical, which is my ability to jump in the air, and fully effectively dunk a basketball, which I will be demonstrating in today's video. The first thing you need to know about dunking before you do anything else is that you need to be in proper shape. If you don't have a good diet or you're not in shape at all, then it's going to be a little harder to be able to dunk compared to someone who's working out consistently and taking in good food. Now, if you're not like that, some great exercises that helped me specifically was being able to jump rope or doing lunges, which help with your quads, your calves, and your glutes. And on top of that, you can do box jumps as well, which will help not only your legs, but your core as well, because you generate power from your core when jumping up for a dunk. Now that I've gone over some key exercises that you can do on a consistent basis to not only help you with your leg strength, but your core as well, I will be now going over a couple drills that will help build muscle memory for when you're able to dunk at 10 feet, which is the regulated height for the NBA and high school as well. You'll be able to know which strides to take and how to go up with your arms as well. So for the first drill, what I like to do is I like to take a tennis ball and just practice dunking with it. This will help build muscle memory with what you need to do for when you get to 10 foot, from the amount of steps you need to take, from where you need to lift off, to what you do with your arms, and determines whether or not you're a 1 foot or 2 foot jumper. For example, I'm a 2 foot jumper. And as well, you can also do, if you don't have a tennis ball, you can lower your rim. It'll do the same thing as well. Just practice dunking whatever you want to do, from 360s to windmills to 1 foot to 2 foot, whatever helps you and gets you comfortable with what you want to add to your game later on when you can dunk on a 10 foot. Now, the most important thing to remember when doing these drills is that you want to land on both feet when coming back down from your dunk. Now, if you land on 1 foot, you're going to be putting too much force and pounds of exertion on that one leg, causing an injury, which is what happened to the youngest MVP, Derrick Rose, when he did a hop step. He was trying to go up for a dunk. He landed on his foot and ended up tearing his ACL. So you don't want to do that. So some tips to keep in mind when doing these drills is when you're doing them, you want to come from an angle. In basketball, if you're coming from the left side, you want to come in around to the middle of the basket. This not only gives you more room to take off from, but it also gives you more options when it comes to scoring as well, as compared to coming from the sideline, which is all the way over here. And if you come directly to the basket from this angle, you only have one option to score. Whereas coming from the center of the basket, you have your left, your right, your sides to kick out to as well. Along with that, when you're dunking a basketball, make sure you swing your arms. It's been proven if you swing your arms faster, the faster your legs will move. Along with that, when you're swinging your arms coming up for a dunk, it helps you extend your arms out so you have a greater chance of making the basket instead of getting rim stuff, which happens to a lot of basketball players when the ball hits that orange part right there and it doesn't go in. Hopefully after this video, you not only learned how to dunk, but to stay in shape as well. Dunking is not just a physical thing and staying in shape, but it's also a mental thing. You have to have that mentality that whoever is in your way or whatever obstacles you face, that you're gonna dunk that basketball regardless of what's going on in the game situation. And hopefully you take the tips and tricks, the drills, and the exercises that are used within this video, and hopefully you get something like this.